Hey there, guys. It's Jake. I'm back, and I'm with
Bananas. Or Carter.
And we are here. And this is Five Nights at Freddy's, the sister location. This is one of the teasers. We didn't have a chance to do the first one. Carter is playing a game in the background on his PlayStation. But Carter, stop, pause the game, and speculate with us.
Okay. When you start speculating, I'll start to come in.
Okay, so first I'm going to point out some obvious stuff. This is most likely the baby animatronic, because it looks kind of like a cute little girl baby. Sure. And it has teeth. And if you look right here, it says, "Everyone, please stay in your seats." Sister location.
He's our first guy coming to the moon. He's going to be our first guy coming to the moon. I think it's a directly takeoff. No, it's coming back down. No, Johnny.
Okay, so, and then there's, if you look at her ponytail, you can see a reflection. This could be of her, or it could be of another animatronic that's either behind her or behind her in that way.
I was expecting to be a boy, but it's still okay.
No, I think, I thought it was going to be a girl. So, let the speculating begin. Okay.
One thing I noticed, you can see in the middle of the line, the middle of his face, you can see a big...
you see these dark lines.
And straight in the middle. And I'm guessing that you can go inside of her by opening it up.
And if you look at if you listen to one of the Fnaf game phone calls,
in Fnaf 3, you can hear him saying, I think it's...
Phone guy. Saying,
phone guy.
He says, yeah, we had a couple of spring lock failures at our sister location.
And we started to close down our spring lock animatronics by how many failures there have been at the location.
So that must mean there are a couple... if he's talking about this particular sister location, because there might be more, we don't know. But if he's talking about this one, that must mean there's a couple of spring lock animatronics.
And this might be one of them because there's a big you can see a big opening in her face.
And Springtrap, if you look at his face really closely, you can kind of see this design that she has. See on her nose, it looks kind of like a brain. You can see that Springtrap has that sort of design, and he has kind of holes in it. Holes. There's a couple of lines on his face.
I don't notice that.
I've noticed it before, though. And also...
Well, with that, you can see in the FNAF 4, in the minigames, you can see how the guy, if you find the Easter egg, you can see Purple Guy putting the golden head on the man's suit. So that means it's not going to work like this. They had to manually put the head onto him.
Okay, and so now to the topic of the office. I don't know what kind of office this is going to be, but it could be one of the 3 or 4.
I'm guessing.
So number 1, it could be
doors.
It could be doors, like the first game layout. Number 2, it can be
Technically you have 5 options.
3 would be the 3rd game. 4 would be the 4th game, and then there's 5. Surprise, anything, or maybe a combination of them.
And I'm guessing it's a little hint you can see in the animatronic right here. It might be your layout of FNAF 2, because there's 10 animatronics just like FNAF 2, and they all have... This guy has golden, cheeks like the FNAF 2 animatronics.
Yes.
So it might be
just
hinting.
like Chica.
Yeah.
And Freddy.
Yeah. And this might be a character like Freddy because he has a microphone, as you can see.
She.
Yeah, she. So,
because I think this will be the first animatronic, because it's the first picture.
Yeah. And I'm guessing this is basically Freddy, or maybe those two, there are 2 images. The first one might be a different animatronic, and this is like a sister, like Fnaf
The first
Candy.
one, where he
Fnaf.
first announced the game, Sister Location, he had a creepy face. I think it might have been baby, might not have been, but it kind of had the same design. It had rosy cheeks. It had eyes that looked about this size, about this shape too, and it had eyebrows and it had some dark lines on it.
Yeah, but this
But it was kind of shadowed.
But maybe in Fnac, there's two animatronics that practically are identical, but a
Candy
little,
and Cindy.
yeah, and they're a little bit different.
Color.
This, like in Fnaf 4, you could see that it had different images of characters, and the first one might be Freddy, and this is like Chica, because.
But the first one looks a lot like this, and the teaser it said, it said the sister location. There was never just one company. Which I'm thinking that means one company, but I don't know. And I also want to point out what tools are going to be coming back and what mechanics. So if there's going to be doors, is it going to be like the fourth game or the first? Is there going to be a mask? Is there going to be a toxic meter for the mask? If so,
Like what
is there going to be a flashlight? How will the flashlight work? How long? A generator?
And
to keep
also,
your cameras online?
I think it might be entirely different because it's an entirely different design. Because you can see metal around the eyes, so that might be hinting flashlight may work or might not.
Because it maybe those are the light sensors, and maybe this animatronic, this particular, which I'm gonna guess is baby, because it looks like a cute girl doll kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it says down here, we already mentioned it, but everyone, please stay in your seats. That'd be kind of creepy though, an animatronic walking around telling everyone, please stay in your seats. Why? Why would they have to stay in their seats?
Maybe they're like the Freddy's company. There's been note of the bite of 87, so this company doesn't want to have bad reputation like they did. So the animatronic is programmed to say stay in your seats, and the animatronics just stay at your.
At least they're polite. They say please. But it has a microphone. It's kind of like Freddy's, though Freddy's didn't have these little studs on them.
And it's not red, it's black, I think.
It's black. Or is it brown with a black top, I think?
I think it might.
And, but I like the design of this. Like, if you look close, it looks like actual skin, kind of, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like wrinkles. But then, if you kind of scoot back a little bit, it looks like a really cool baby animatronic.
Also,
Robot.
another thing that might say that it's a spring lock suit is if you look at the microphone, you can see that there are 4 fingers and a thumb. So that means it has 5 fingers, and it has a better chance.
Because most of them have 4.
Yeah, and so
Because they make most robots with 4 because it's easier.
Yeah, and this has 5 fingers, so it might be compatible with spring locks.
Yes, I haven't seen any videos that even pointed that out.
I know. I just got the idea.
So, now let's talk about the topic free roam.
Yeah.
So, a lot of games have featured free roam, like Joy of Creation Reborn.
Yeah, and version 2.
JYOCR. And I'm wondering if this will feature it as well, or maybe
be stationary like all the other games.
Yeah, or maybe, and also, are you going to be able to turn around?
Like Fnaf 4? I don't think there might be. I think he's going to stick with the main 3 ways, not looking back. I have another way.
But also, maybe from time to time, like every hour, sometime during the hour, your generator goes out. And you have to carry your mask and your flashlight. And you run along the hall, and you have to find the generator, which for some reason every night it moves. Like
like golden.
They're messing with your mind.
Yeah.
And
another thing.
And another.
Well,
Can I?
yeah.
Okay. So another thing is that would be kind of hard because how would you just switch from looking like it would take a long time for Scott to program in. You're sitting there and then suddenly you click a button and then you're running down the hall. How could you? Wouldn't it be hard to kind of code the free roam kind of stuff into the night?
Yeah.
So maybe at the end of every night or at the start of every night, you have to find the generator and turn it on.
Yeah.
And the animatronics, maybe you have to do them both, start and end. And maybe they're easier on the start and they're harder on the end.
Because there's, like in the start, there's no animatronics chasing you. Right, begin.
Maybe
but
a couple.
Well, like no animatronics are there instantly, and if it takes you 5 minutes later, the animatronics have woken up, and you have to do it really fast.
Maybe you have a time limit.
Yeah, if it goes past
or maybe you have your cameras while you're running, and you can look at your little tablet to see where everyone is, and you maybe have a check mark to see. What room there? Like, let's say there's a map, and you put a little check mark on each.
Well, one thing that wouldn't make sense because it would be too easy, so you could see the generator. Second, I think it would be more like you go and there's no animatronics and you have to find it and within 5 minutes. If it goes past 5 minutes, you have to do
like 3, but who knows?
Yeah, 3.
Maybe the time shortens every
night to make it harder.
Yeah.
And after 3 minutes, that means animatronics are able to kill you, and you need to hide from them if they come.
Maybe there are certain hiding spots in like every room, and you have to discover them. And then then maybe they walk past, or you see their legs, or you see maybe eyes like flashing in the doorway, and then they're gone. And then maybe you have to scramble out of hiding really quickly and find another room to hide in, or to the generator.
Also, one more thing I want to mention is this just going to be the last game even close to Five Nights at Freddy's? Or will he make entire sequels to this game?
Or prequels.
Yeah, prequels.
Because in the Five Nights at Freddy's games, the timeline is very confusing. You don't really know which game goes.
It's not confusing as the most games. Have you ever seen the Zelda timeline?
Oh yeah, that's more confusing than
any game.
Pretty much, yeah. But Mario doesn't really even have a timeline.
It does.
That's even more confusing. Okay, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this speculation.
I want to pause it and show them all the character names.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this Five Nights at Freddy's sister location speculation video. And Scott, if you're watching this, I hope you consider some of our stuff and maybe consider replying to our comment.
Also, if it's okay with you, can you maybe
send us messages like teaser and like give us hints to the game and I hope you all enjoyed the video.
And
if this is your first time watching the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And one more thing. Basically, could you make a little giant thing where you choose
little giant thing
where you have about 3 or 2 people and you
maybe a multiplayer mode.
Well, no. Well, that actually is a good idea.
Like one of you watches the cameras while the other goes out to try to find the generator.
Yeah, and one more thing is maybe you can have a contest and 2 people work together and they can be your beta testers for the rest of your games.
Yeah, because I know a couple of people that would be good at it, like maybe the 8-Bit Gaming channel. No, we're not good at the Five Nights at Freddy's games.
We're good. Have you ever seen how good I'm at the games?
But still. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Okay.